Hello. We didn't mention the fan. Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
Not us not preparing our guests for the fan of it all.
Is this what it feels like to be tenderoni?
Oh,
Oh,
we did that. Oh, that is
That's
all
on
on us.
us.
That is all on us. We prepped for everything else, but did not say anything about the fan. We are so sorry. Well, look, we are so sorry to our guests. I'm embarrassed. Hey y'all, welcome to the cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst, even though we don't tell our guests about. Um, I'm your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Her. I am drinking on a little bit of water because hydration is important, but I do have my cup mug. It's the most important thing. So you can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch at lanagscreation.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically. So there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period.
well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I am wearing my King Perka shirt. Yes,
Ooh,
I love it. I love this shirt, really. This is a beautiful shirt, and it has one of my favorites on it. But I am just drinking some water right now.
Wonder why you're wearing that shirt, David.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
There must be a reason.
What's the reason?
Hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the cup, and I'm also just drinking some water.
But y'all, we know why David's wearing that shirt, and y'all see why David's wearing that shirt because we have a very extra special guest in the house, and it is the one and the only King Perka is here. Welcome to the show. Pew, pew,
Um,
pew, 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 pew.
Hello.
We are so excited. You are definitely one of our favorites here on this podcast. We talk every week about you, and we are just amazed every time we see you on the show. It's been
endeared.
endeared, amazed, impressed, and just enjoy everything about you on the show. So we are just honored and grateful to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
But we are going to get started because we want to talk to Percocet. I don't really want to hear us talk about us or anything, but we do have slight business stuff. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the audio podcast link, subscribe to join the Patreon, follow the socials, do all the things. That's it. We're gonna get into this interview because honestly, I don't want to go through all of that. That's a lot to talk about. And we're gonna talk to Perka. First and foremost, how did you start doing drag? And how did you settle on the name King Percocet?
Oh, well, my college was having a drag show, and on back then in those days, I was like, this ought to get the lesbians, this ought to get the girls, this just gotta do. So yeah, I was like, this ought to get the lesbians. If I just dress up like a man, all the lesbians will love me. So yeah, you see, it makes perfect sense. And to prepare for it, I went out to any drag show I could in the city and then watched it, and I'm like, wow, I like drag more than I like those basic bitches. So yeah, I just didn't wait. I didn't want to wait like a whole year for the school drag show to do drag. So like whatever tip spot, open night spot I could get, I did it. And I was annoying enough that people kept having me around, and eventually I got good enough for bookings.
Love that.
This was still in Atlanta, right?
This was still in Atlanta. And I'm King Perka because I used to work in a pharmacy as a private technician. And if we wanted anything controlled, we had to ask the pharmacist for it, and then so we can count it. And I was like, oh, I get a Percocet, and I was like, oh man, oh great, great. He didn't hear that, and I was like, wait a minute. And there's a $sign because I love Kesha, also sex sells, and the King came from people kept saying that was my Instagram handle, and people kept saying that, and it was easier to go with it than correct them. And I think the same thing happened to Molasses, actually. And then when I got on the show, it was King Molasses, King Percocet. I was like, okay, we're just going to drop the King just for the show, just so there's no confusion.
That makes sense. I had to get on Lana in the first episode because she kept saying king, like when talking about, I think it was mostly molasses, and I'm like, you gotta specify which king you're talking
Which king?
I knew who I was talking
I
about.
know.
So
I know.
I knew who I was talking about. So that's why I said it. I said what I said, and I stick by what I said. I stick by what I said.
Yeah.
But no.
But I'm wondering, so we like to ask this question because, so in the drag queen world, there's a lot of emphasis on like divas and like pop stars, like Cher, Britney Spears, Madonna, all of this. But we've been curious, like in the drag king world, like who are the pop culture male influences that have been like somebody you look up to?
Well, I'm not sure what for other drag kings, but for me personally, it would have to be like Lil Nas X and who else? Sonic the Hedgehog. Who else? Cartoon dogs, like Goofy. That's my boy. And who else? I also like the characters from the Boondocks. Also, are pretty great too.
Oh, I love the Boondocks. Oh, love the Boondocks. I watch the Boondocks still to this day. Like, put them on, I will watch them.
Yeah, I like this the over dramaticness, and it's like they show some things that are like, wow, that's wrong, but also it's like to show you how wrong it is. Like that R. Kelly episode that aired
Yes.
20 years ago, and it's still relevant. And
Wow, yeah.
it's just like that's just the kind of entertainment I like and I want to do. It's like it's like so outrageous and like satire that it's like
Mhm.
that you're like laughing at it, but also you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, this is like
yeah.
something to think about. Like
Mhm.
when there was an episode that they were literally talking about how like, wait, how come we can't say the F word on TV? We can say nigga on TV. And then they get
Right. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, but we can't say interesting. That's the kind of humor I like. It's gonna make me laugh, and it's like this is funny, but also,
It makes you think too. It makes you laugh and it makes you think.
Things that make you go,
Absolutely, absolutely.
So in one of our recaps, David compared your drag to like a colorful version of the Tin Man from The Wiz. What actually inspired your incredible graphic makeup style? Like, how did you get into that direction with your makeup?
well, of course, like every like cartoon king, like the person who started it all was Androgen. That is the father. He started it all. I'm not doing anything new. And then also just I started dragging Atlanta, and they were like these. I was like most of the kings. They were like drag like monsters. Like there was Mystery Meat, Hayden Fury, LJ Taylor Fury, like. So like they were like all like monster like would be like monster kings like do full on character makeup. So I'm like, okay, well I gotta step it up. And then during quarantine, when I actually had enough time to like practice and do things, I was doing a drag king like online competition, and it was like color like like the pride flag. Like there was red week and it was orange week. I own nothing orange. I still don't own anything orange. The only orange thing I own is my cat. And I was like, it's cheaper to do orange makeup than make an orange costume. So I did this like sunset look. I posted it on Instagram. I won that week and everyone loved it. And I'm like, this isn't gonna be an everyday thing for me. I was wrong.
Cut two.
And I cut to 5 years now because I was in 2020 and I was in quarantine, and now we're here. And I also found it easier for me to get away with not emoting if I draw on the expression. Like the way I draw and put the lines on, that I move my face a little bit, but it reads bigger than it is.
Smart. I never thought about it.
Never thought in that perspective, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it looks so weird when I was crying in episode 3, because I'm just like, oh, that's terrifying. I'm like, oh, I got all that. I'm like, here I am crying, and I'm like, I got all that shit in my teeth, and I still have those like little like. I was like, oh, that nigga crying. I'm like, oh,
Ryan.
oh. I was like, oh, I don't want to give him a hug. Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
I love that. I love that so much. But it, the artist in you though, it's just you think about that stuff. Like I would never think about anything like that because I'm not an artist like that. Crap, an artist. But the drag scene in North Carolina, what is it like, and how welcoming has it been to you as a king?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's unpack that, shall we?
I will say that there's enough people in North Carolina that makes living here worth it. That makes the drag scene worth it. But I will also say that if things are a lot different here than it is in Atlanta. Like a lot of shows like are brunches at these like straight owned venues and everything. And like, hey, that's what pays the bills. Straight money pays my gay bills. And then but I only really go to like the gay clubs. Like I mainly, if I do perform in Charlotte, it's mainly Chasers or Argon. And the people there are really receptive to drag king. They just like good drag.
Mm-hmm.
They just like good drag. And even like there was this group I work with in Charlotte, people would tell me like they don't book drag kings, but they book me. And I'm just like, you don't come to the shows when they book me though. So they're not booking drag kings or they're not booking you. So there's that. There was also like a little bit of me having to like undo some like negative like stereotypes they had of drag kings.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends showed me some pictures of the older North Carolina drag kings, and I'm like, oh, that's why they don't like drag kings. Heard. Okay. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Some of the critiques they had were like actual valid points that I'm like, oh, okay, so this is like, yes, that is a valid point you brought up with that one performer, but also not all drag kings are that one performer.
Right.
Just because you see one drag king that's new, needs some work, doesn't mean all drag kings are like that. The same way I see a lot of sickening, amazing drag queens, but sadly, there are more busted, ugly ass drag queens than there are pretty ones. So, it's the same thing. Not all drag kings are bad. Not all drag queens are talented. We're just different people. And then once people got to see me and know me as like a person, it's like, I don't know. I like when I get booked in the shows that I do, because I don't get booked because I'm a drag king. I get booked because I'm a good entertainer.
Yes.
And they think about what I'm good at. Like they put me in a country brunch, but they don't put me in Dua Lipa brunch, which is good because I don't know who Dua Lipa. If you show me a picture of like some random person, I'd be like, that's Dua Lipa. I thought her and Doja Cat were the same person for like
Me too. Me too. I had no idea.
But meanwhile, like they're like, oh yeah, we're doing country brunch, and I'm just like, okay, let's go. Like, let's go. I got the horse. Let's go. Or they're like, oh yeah, Disney villains. I'm like, let's go. I'll be the hunter that killed Bambi's mom. Let's go.
It's a very specific choice. And I
like that.
You're the one that hunted Michelle Visage's outfit for this week because she had Bambi and she was wearing Bambi.
A mess. I love that.
Yeah, so I do appreciate that about North Carolina. Also, they have male lead. They have a lot of sickening male leads in North Carolina too. That get grouped into the drag king community. And I fucking love them all, and they don't get enough respect. Like we're over here singing the same boat of not getting enough respect because there'll be so many male leads with so many pageant titles. Like the Mr. EOY was on Facebook posting like does anyone have any bookings for me? And I'm like, you won a national pageant, and you can't get books.
That's crazy.
Like people should be asking them, not the other way around.
Right?
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, my aunt lives in Charlotte, so I visit her a few times a year, and I've been telling her we should go check out a drag show in Charlotte sometime. So I'm gonna have to go find the right venue and explore. But you are one of the youngest kings. You are the youngest king, I think, in this cast, correct?
Yeah.
And I believe you left your final year of college to go do King of Drag. Is that correct?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So I'm the youngest king, but also it's not like Drag Race where they just pluck them from like the cradle. I am at the time of filming, I was 27. So like I wasn't like a baby, but like I was 27. I did drag for 7 years. So like I started drag right in my early 20s. And when I was doing drag, I was in school and I was a criminal justice major, and there was no justice. Yeah, in my classes, when I had a professor try to explain to me black privilege. That's when I was like, what if I just left?
Literally.
And then
Yeah.
later I found out. Then later I went back to school because I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm not gonna be doing drag when I'm 80. Let's go. Let's find a career. And then I discovered my love of coding, and and now I'm in school for web development. And I still am in classes right now. After this, I have to do homework. So yeah, while I was getting ready for King of Drag, I was doing schoolwork, and thankfully, most of the filming was not during my school semester, but it's all online. So I had to work some things around to make it work. So I was doing King of Drag work, I was doing schoolwork, and I was also clocking in somewhere.
Yeah, that seems a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you talked on the show. You had a moment with Pressure K on the show, and I want to know how important was it to be able to compete with them, given your connection that you had.
Oh, it was so fucking great to see Pressure there. I was like, yes, Pressure getting the flowers. Like,
Period.
I'm just glad I didn't have to do the stand up against Pressure, because Pressure is a comedian. Like, KB Too Funny.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad I didn't have to do. I'm glad I didn't have to do stand up against Pressure. But I also kind of wish I could have, just so I could have taken notes from like an actual professional comic. And it was just so great to see Pressure there, and just to see him get the recognition that he fucking deserves. Because
Absolutely.
yeah, he was like one of he hasn't been in drag as long as all of us, but he still has like entertainment experience, his experience as a person, his experience like living as his experience being a woman living with like PCOS. Like, he still has all this experience that still is valuable and adds something to the drag community. So it was really great to see Pressure there.
Yeah, we had Pressure on the show, and they talked so highly of you and talked about how much he just loved, number one, being on the show with you, and talked about how influential you were for them in their career and in their drag. And it was a love fest. Like, literally, we spent like 15 minutes talking about giving you your flowers, Pressure giving you your flowers, and how much they love you and what you meant to them, and how you were the first king that they saw and was like, this is what I want to do. After seeing you, they decided that's what they wanted to do. And I was like, that's kind of amazing. And for you both to be on this season, the first ever season of a Drag King show, is absolutely amazing. Watching you two did it for me. It did it for me. Watching the connection that you all had did it for me. I was like, I just love this. I love like, I've never won. I'm always on this podcast. Everybody who watch know I root for everybody black. That is always my mantra on anything I watch. I will root for everybody black. I always want my black people to win and succeed. And watching you and you and Molasses and Pressure have that moment, I was just like, this is everything to me. That was everything to me. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And talking to Pressure, they just continue to give you your praise and your flowers. And it was so deserved. So deserved.
Oh, I'm glad I could inspire Pressure, because Pressure is doing something that's greater than anything I'm doing. Pressure is being Pressure and giving us like this, giving us this like take on drag, this like cultural shift. Because I remember one of the like most lit performances I've seen was during the Throb and Jarvis Hard Candy tour in Atlanta. Like, Throb just got done doing, I think, like doing a cover of Blank Space, but from Falling in Reverse. And next, Pressure's like, we're gonna two-step, and I'm like, yeah.
Love that.
I mean, even like the little alternative kids were getting lit. I'm like, yeah. So that was fucking great.
That was great, because that was another thing Pressure talked about, was that they were like, Perka and I are two totally different artists. Like, they're our alternative king, and I'm not. I'm like more the hip hop R&B ish kind of king. But the fact that I could watch their show and it inspired me that much to be like, this is what I want to do, even though that wasn't my, where I wanted to be. It just meant a lot to him, and I was like, I literally, we talked about it forever, and it was a love fest going on back and forth. And David was like, "Are y'all gonna let me talk?" Because me and Preston was going back and forth, like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." It was just so good. It was just a moment. But the trans representation on the show this season was absolutely amazing. It was so good to see it, and I want to know what your thoughts were once you saw how gender inclusive this show was.
Oh, well, first of all, it's drag kings. If anything, I don't know many cis drag kings is the thing. It wasn't because like as all the time I've known drag kings, I've known them to be trans.
Mm.
Like actually, that's how I found out I was trans. Because I was like non-binary, they them, and then they're like non-binary people can be trans. I'm like, really? And then everyone kept calling me he, and I'm like, that's not my pronouns, but I like it. Oh no. And I'm like, dude, and now people just keep theying me, and I'm just like, no, we passed that era. I don't know, and that was no question for me. I knew it was going to be a gender inclusive environment because that's just what king culture is. That's what kinging is. I just knew it was gonna be that way. And I saw all my trans bros in the room, and I'm like, yeah.
I love that.
That's great. I want to talk about the first couple of episodes and how we had the boy band challenge followed by the Dong show, and unfortunately, it seemed like you got off to a start where you were in the bottom a couple times in a row. Personally, I wouldn't have had you in the bottom either time. I thought you were doing great, but how did it feel just seeing that that's how the momentum started?
I was not surprised. Like what? Singing, like songwriting and dancing? What the fuck do I do that? I was like, what? I was like writing lyrics, also writing out my ideas. Okay, so the Perk Chop merch. How are we going to market this? I'm like, we gotta market this. We gotta go. Like it's like, okay, listen. First out, we gotta. How are we gonna work this into some money? I was like thinking of that. And I remember thinking, I'm like, if it's a lip sync for your life, I'm like, you know what? Let's go. People will see I'm ready for that Lana edit. Let's go.
It's unique and different.
You said I'm ready to do so.
It's gonna be unique and different for you, huh?
Yeah, so like I didn't let it discourage me because it's like I know who I am, I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm bad at. And even with the Dong show, I do not regret my Sonic impersonation because I've gotten so many messages from other people that are Sonic nerds, autistic, the same difference though. And that meant so much to me. So it's like, that meant so much to me just to like people are like associating Sonic the Hedgehog with me. Someone drew me as like a Sonic character. And it's just the fact that when people think of Sonic the Hedgehog, they're also going to think of King Perka. That is something that was not a prize on that show. And the feeling that had was so great. It was worth it to be in the bottom. And that was my first time doing stand-up.
Wow.
And so you did good.
Thank you.
You did, yeah. I honestly think that you had the single best impersonation of anybody. Like it was like you were possessed by Steve Urkel. It was crazy.
Well, that wasn't an impersonation.
Well, that's just me.
Yeah, no, people are like, he got it spot on. I'm like, this is kind of insulting, but thank you. I was like,
not them clocking your tea.
I was just like, I just got a haircut. I just got like, really? I'm like, I just got a haircut. And haircut glasses. People are like, yes, that's Urkel. And I'm like, oh, this makes me feel kind of terrible. What if I was just a hedgehog instead? Yeah, because the thing is, I do cosplay. I don't do impersonation because a cosplay, it's still me, still my face, still my makeup. Impersonation, become someone else. Why do I want to become a dude? I'm already trans. I don't even want to be a dude. I'm trans. Like, I don't want to be another dude. That's too many dudes.
Fair point.
I'm with you on too many dudes. I'm with you on that.
Me too.
Yeah. But you have been very open about your anxiety and autism on the show. And Logan, our other panelist, wanted us to thank you for being so open on the show about that. And me, also as an autistic person, I also really appreciate that because we need to just talk about it it's like it's anything else because it's just who we are, right? So I like that. Thank you. But I wanted to know how has that impacted you as a person as in doing drag, especially like with sensory issues and all of that. If you struggle with those, which I'm just assuming, but
if anything, sometimes it makes people think I'm a bitch, but I don't care. Cause like I'll like put boundaries in place of no, I'm not gonna do that, and they're like, why not? Like I don't want to do this. Like no, this doesn't feel good. I don't want to do it. Like I'm not gonna wear a packer today. It feels weird. No, I'm not doing that. Or like no, I will not go and hug random strangers. This is weird. Did these people even shower today? Like I just don't do that. And I don't know, the reason why I was like so open about it, because there's actually a lot of autistic drag artists. It's like there's a lot of autistic drag artists, so that doesn't seem to be something weird for me to like an autistic drag artist. It's like at least I thought it was like common. And I was like, let's just be open about this because people are gonna just tell anyway. Like, I'm like, you know what? Let's just answer the questions. Let's just answer the questions people are gonna have. They're gonna be like, is he a furry or is he autistic? And we still don't know the answer to that question. And I was just like, let's just like put the cards on the table, especially with the whole anxiety part. It's like, yeah, y'all see me be anxious, but I still did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like don't have a prescription for like Xanax or like Zolpidem or anything like that, because you think they're gonna give a black person that they are not. So I'm like raw dog. I feel like I'm raw dogging it sometimes, but I still do the thing. So I'd rather someone see me be honest about, yes, I have these things going on, but look, I'm still doing it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great message to show people, because for my roommate, who I got to start watching King of Drag with me, she absolutely fell in love with you. You were her favorite. You are her favorite on the show because she also suffers with anxiety, and so hearing you talk about it on the show so openly, she just like, I can relate to that. I can do like, she literally told me when I told her we were interviewing you yesterday, she was so mad because she had a full day planned and she couldn't be here to come tell you hi. So I just want to say, Tracy, this is for you, because I know she's gonna watch this interview. She just wanted she loves you.
Mhm.
She absolutely loves you because she relates to you so much, and she was like, to see somebody who's so open and, like you said, still doing it. You might have anxiety, you might still be going through and dealing with it, but you're still doing it. That just means a lot. So I just want you to know that you being so open is helping so many people. So I thank you on behalf of her.
Oh, thanks. Thank
I,
you.
I was going to quickly ask, because in the first episode, I thought you said kingxiety at one point. Did you say that, or did I misunderstand that?
That was months ago, so I don't know.
It sounded like you said kingxiety, and I'm like, I love that.
Did. I think he did say anxiety, and I think Tracy said that she was like, I like that he put anxiety with being
Yeah.
a drag king.
you're making it fabulous.
It's back right.
Not me glorifying mental illness.
It's a mental illness, but it's fabulous. It's gorgeous. Like, I don't know. So, I don't know. But another thing that happened on the show was you had a knee injury while you were participating on the show. So did that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did,
Okay.
did that have some impact on your abilities during the show?
Yeah. So I got the knee injury before the show. And what happened in episode 1 was, well, y'all know how TV works. We didn't just do it once. We did multiple takes, practices, So I was doing a split too many times in a row, and the last time was like, and I'm just like, why? You did it so good so many other times.
Oh no!
And then you're like, of course you're gonna use that one, of course.
Yeah, and like, it's my first day on a TV set, being in drag for that long. I wasn't properly hydrated. That didn't happen again after that. And the knee injury, it was a choice to still wear those shoes and have an injured knee. I think in every episode you could see my knee brace, and in fact, in my sports card photo, you can see my knee brace like underneath my pants. And I like still had it on, and it did impact some things. Like there was once I forgot to bring it and I was limping the next day. The thing I really just don't like about it is that I hate that people would assume that I can't do something when they see it, or like I shouldn't do something, or that I don't know my body. Like I'm not bottoming after eating a plate of ribs. I know my body. Trust me. Like I can do that. But the people on set were really accommodating. Like after that first time, they were like, why didn't you tell us to stop? We could have stopped if you were hurt. I'm like, y'all care about me? And then after that, if I needed ice, I was like, cut. I'm like,
You became a diva.
I'm like, can I sit down? Can I get ice? So it didn't really stop me a whole lot because of just how accommodating just everyone on staff and on production was for that.
I love that.
I love to know that you guys are being treated so well by production. I love to know that. That makes me enjoy the show even more. That's great.
Oh yeah, they loved us. I could talk to other people who are on shows and they're like, we didn't get that. I'm like, oh.
sucks for you.
Sorry.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck, but we did. Yeah.
I think I can speak for most of us, if not all of the panelists, when I say episode 3 was our favorite episode. The horror, the death to your fears, and we were all like so moved and blown away by your performance and your vulnerability, openness, everything that you shared in your presentation in that episode and on the runway or whatever we're calling it. But I'm just wondering, how did it feel to put yourself out there for the audience to see and get rewarded with the win?
Episode 3, the Mama Trauma episode. Yeah. I mean, I was a little bit afraid, and also shout out to production that they edited out when I said my dead name. Thank you, production. Yeah, actually, funny thing, I can't watch my own floor show. I'm like, this is triggering. What if I just didn't watch it? But Perk, it's you. Yeah, I know. And I'm an advocate for take care of yourself. So if you can't watch something, don't. Like if someone is triggered by my floor show and they can't watch it, that's fine because I can't watch it either. And it was like a vulnerable moment, but I know I wasn't alone in having that moment of like your parents don't accept you, because it's something that happens, especially being like Haitian, being Caribbean. That is the standard norm of homophobia is in your family. If you're gay, you might as well just kiss your family goodbye. So I knew that was an experience that other people could relate to. And I don't know, I wanted to just bring that out because it's something that has been like that's been like hurting me for like a long time. Like I used to have like night terrors where I would like talk and scream in my sleep. God bless my girlfriend. I would like talk and scream like in my sleep. And ever since that episode we filmed it happens a lot less now. So it was hard, but I knew I had to do it and it was worth it.
I love that.
Sounds like it was therapeutic.
Yeah. It sure was for people watching. You know, I you made me cry. So, like I was just got so emotional, and I really appreciate you just putting yourself out there because I know it can't be easy, right? And I also can't watch myself, so I understand fully. I would not be able to do that either. But you have had so far a wild ride on the show, right? With tops and bottoms. And you've shown us a lot of Perka so far. But what was your what you enjoyed most that you showed us so far? What was your favorite moment? I know maybe you're not watching, but like from what you remember, right? What was your favorite thing that you were able to show on the show so far?
I'm just
No,
trying to think.
no spoilers, right? But
No, I'm just trying to think what made the final cut. I'm like, okay, that didn't. Okay. So far, my favorite thing has to be my episode 4 look. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing that I was able to bring because it had a lot of people come through for me on that. Like I was able to work with a lot of like Atlanta artists, like what MEP made it. They like sewed like the suit dress, and then Abby Cadabra airbrushed the full suit, airbrushed that bodysuit because the bodysuit and the suit were just white when Abby got it, and then she was able to turn it into all of that. And Damian Gray made my bow tie, my earrings, and my ring a matching set in under 24 hours.
Wow.
Like I was like, hey, do you have anything pre-made? And he's like, I can make you something custom. And I'm like,
fancy.
Yeah, so I had a lot of people come through for me when it came to pulling that together. So that was my most favorite thing to show because it's not just showing my creativity and my work. I felt like I was showing the love that the Atlanta drag community still has for me. And I love that I got to share that with everyone.
I love that. I love that. I love a sense of community. The sense of community that you have. Yeah.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
Yeah. Definitely a top worthy look.
I don't know. Like I said, I like that I was in the bottom. It's causing controversy. People are talking about it. That's why I guess that's why I don't let my placement on the show really affect me mentally or how I view myself. It's because it's just like, well, that's airtime. Like, I'm like, well, it's airtime, and I'm used to like just not winning things like Naruto in the anime, and like Deku and My Hero Academia. So I'm used to like characters that don't win, but they still win in a way. So I didn't let my placement really affect me because at the end of the day, I was one of the top 10 in out of how many other people that auditioned.
Right. Absolutely. No, regardless of what happens, you won because you made it, and some people just didn't. So I love that.
I made it to this, and like, so far like 4 episodes aired, so it's like so people know I at least made it like 5 out of 6. That's still more than half. That's still more than half.
Right. Period. So I want to know what you learned the most about yourself while you were on the show. Was it something that you was like, what is this about me?
Didn't know I was good at stand-up.
Well,
you are that.
I didn't.
A good thing to discover for sure.
I was like, okay, now taking stand-up bookings, I guess.
You get that coin, make more money, period.
I learned that I should probably be drinking a lot more water. I'm not going to, but I should.
Hydration is important, Perka. You gotta drink some more water.
Yes, water. Yes, water.
Absolutely.
Water. I learned that. I also learned that I need to slow down because like it's like yes, anxiety, and it's like, oh my gosh, Perk, you have so much energy, and I'm like, that's my flight or fight response. So yeah, I learned how to calm the fuck down a little bit, especially with that episode 4, because I couldn't run or move that much in it because it was a scourge. So I couldn't move that much in it. So like I learned how to slow down my movement, just like to take my time, and that just because the audience isn't having a reaction doesn't mean I'm doing bad. Because every time I'm performing, and I'm like, they're not doing anything. I'm terrible. Like after episode 3, I thought I was in the bottom. Because like after I got on stage, the judges didn't say or do anything. They were like just sitting there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they hated it. It was awful. And then I was like, oh wait, I just actually scared the shit out of all of you.
They were impacted, right? They were speechless.
Very.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're getting pretty close to the finale. We got 2 episodes left. So I know you can't say too much, but I'm wondering if you can tease at all what we can expect to see from you in the remaining episodes and what we can expect from you in the future outside of King of Drag.
Well, you can expect to see dad jokes, obviously, and also they already put this part in like the little teaser when I said like I've seen terrible drag. I know my drag is not terrible. Yeah, so expect to see that. Expect to see me. If anyone feels attacked by that statement, it's not my fault.
Oops. Oh
Just
wow.
expect just to see that, and expect to see me continually just to be myself and who I am as an entertainer and a person, and just being aware of like this competition didn't judge how good I am at drag. It judged how well I can follow directions, and I can't follow. I mean, I even failed my gender assignment. Like, so me not hitting a mark, I was not surprised. like they just put an F right there on the gender assignment. That's how bad I feel. They just put F. That's how bad of a grade I got. So people can expect to see that from me. And outside of the show, what to expect from me is a 2-month period that I am just going to have to focus on my schoolwork, because I have taken some classes and I have to try and learn Python. So that is very hard. So just expect to see me taking a break and just taking care of myself, because something I feel like a lot of drag artists struggle with, and what takes down some of the best names in drag, is just forgetting to take care of yourself in your day life. Just forgetting the person that's underneath the makeup. Because when I was getting ready for King of Drag, I knew I couldn't quit my job or I couldn't quit school, because I had to make a life for myself to come back to. So just it's gonna be 2 months of me just living my life and then coming back strong for Halloween, and I'm trying to plan a Halloween tour. I have some shows booked already. Like I have Ohio booked, so they can see me in Columbus. I have that booked, and I have something in Wilmington, North Carolina booked out by the coast. So they can expect to see a 2-month period of like, where's Perk? And then I'm just gonna come back in October, like, here I am at my full power.
I absolutely love that. Honestly, I just love you. We just love you. This has been so much fun, and I I can't with you. I just can't. Like I'm laughing so not you failed at gender. Like that just took me out right there. I cannot. But I love it. I love it so much. You have been a joy. You have been a delight. You have been everything that we wanted on the show and everything we expected. So if there's anything you wanted, I know you just said you're gonna take a 2-month break, but if you want to shout out your socials or have people follow you, know where to follow you and support you, this is the time to do
Where to
that.
buy your
So,
merch?
and what about your
Oh
merch? All of
yeah,
that.
buy my merch. My Instagram is the King Perka Sex, and I have my link tree that shows like where to find my merch, my makeup tutorials. I have 2 makeup tutorials out. Um, because as I was saying in episode 3, there was not a Black Drag King contouring highlighting tutorial when I started in 2018. At least not one I
Hmm.
could find. So I made that, and it's up on my link tree. It's on my YouTube, and also just to go to my website, because web development nerd, I did a good job on it. So I want people to see that I did a good job, and just do that for bookings, for merch. You can just send me an email just to say hi, just to say hey. And also on my Instagram and my link tree is the link to the Top Surgery Fund, because me and 2 of my friends like we're like fundraising for top surgery, and just like the cost afterwards of like not being able to work or move for like a good 6 weeks afterwards. That's
Hmm.
real expensive.
It
So
is.
just if someone wants to donate to that, they can. If they love my drag, give to it. If they don't love my drag, still give to it. It might get better next week. Who knows? Uh,
We love that. So yeah, y'all do all the support. We gonna have all of those links in our description and in our description below. So just go check it out. Support King Percocet as much as you can because they deserve it. They're amazing. They're awesome, and we truly, truly adore them. So check them out and help support them. And then while you're supporting them, support us. Hit the link tree, hit our link tree, and subscribe to all of our channels. Hit because we're trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. So help us out. Subscribe to all of that. Follow us on all of our socials. At Third Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Do all the Patreons. Do all the audios. Follow the three of us if you want to. You don't really have to. I mean, Perk is here, so why would you want to follow us? But it's cool if you do. But if you don't,
But
that's
go
cool
follow
too.
Perka. You
But
go
go
follow
follow
Perka.
Poker. If you don't have to follow us, but follow Perka. And do all those things. And we truly, truly appreciate you, Perka. We thank you so much. You're
Thank you.
amazing,
Thank you.
Thanks.
and you are welcome here anytime you feel like just here with us. We would love to have you. So
Thank you.
we appreciate you. And y'all get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Period. And Perkins merch too. And so we'll put all that down in the description below. So we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna go. Y'all watching? Click the next video. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.